Hi everybody, this is Felicia. I'm here with a challenge here amongst us girls here doing the series called, sorry about that cut off there, the series called Creating Cult, so sorry, um, Cultivating Creativity, that is. So I'm doing a grid layout here, and that was the challenge that I chose for everybody in our group to do. And the layout is going to consist of 2 pages. So this is going to be a double page grid layout, and I'm going to be using a lot of these different pattern papers here. And I decided to try to stick as close to making this a boyish kind of type of deal layout, so that way it looks more boyish by using the colors that I've chose here and all these little different photos here of my grandson and all the many different looks and the faces and the and the photos. Some of these are really funny, and I'm going to be situating those down. And I decided to go ahead and round the corners for the pattern paper. And I'm going to be changing them up. Although I'm setting them up like it is, I'm going to probably flip them around a little bit there. So as I'm doing this, I am trying to make sure that everything is straight because I have a problem with keeping things straight. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to be adding bits and pieces from different places. Now that play that I just put down there is from one of my Allie Edwards story kits, and it's a rubber banner. And I'm going to be using some chipboard pieces from the Cool Kid collection. And pretty much that's all I have from that collection. I actually ordered that by mistake, so that's how I ended up with that chipboard set. I thought it was something else, and it ended up being that. And then I'm going to also be putting down some more elements from one of my Allie Edwards story kits. And I'm going to be using those numbers, and I just say 1, 2, and 3 because that's the phase of the photos that I took of David. So they range from ages 1 to 3. And I'm going to be getting those all situated down here on the layout here. So I'm going to start gluing all of those down, putting them down. I'm trying to stick to the original idea as far as how the placement of the photos so I can have the same look. And I love this grid look. I mean, I really do. And the photos, what I did was I took those photos and I trimmed a lot of them down. And that's why you see all the different sizes of photos that I have here on the layout. And then what I'm going to do is go to the second page now. And the trick about double pages is you just carry the elements from one page to the other. So that way it looks like the second page is included in the design. So that's what you want to make sure you do. And I haven't done a double page layout like this in a long time, but it's just really refreshing to be able to do a double page grid and then change it up a little bit more than you used to, like rounding the paper corners like I've done. So I rounded those, but I'm keeping the photo corners straight, so I'm not rounding those at all. So that's a different take on for me for a grid layout. So now got them all down, and I kept the original way I wanted. I was hoping I would because sometimes I tend to forget how I want them. So now I'm going to work on putting some additional elements here on the page, starting with some of these chipboards from the Cool Kid collection. And I'm going to arrange those just strategically here on the layout. And then once I get those down, I'm going to be using some more stuff from one of my Allie Edwards story kits. And those are the acetate stars there. And they worked out perfect to go with this layout because the colors matched. And so I'm going to spread those around and get them hanging, get them situated here on the layout. Um, let's see. And then one other thing I wanted to say about doing a double page layout is that you don't have to keep the same amount of photos on each side. In this instance, because I just happen to have 8 photos, I decided to go ahead and use them. And normally I just kind of divide it up and make it a little bit uneven as far as how many photos. But this time I decided to go ahead and use all 8 of the photos that I had. And I'm so sorry, you have to kind of pardon my voice here. I got the allergy things going on here. And I'm trying to not sneeze while I'm talking. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so the alphas that I'm using are a combination from the American Craft stickers and Heidi Swap. And so I'm using this title, and I divided the title up, and it's going to be the many faces of David. And Let's see, how am I going to do it? And I kept them all black because, I didn't want to change them around or anything. And the numbers that you see that I put down, those are just represent, like I said, his age um, that he is in these different photos. So now I'm adding some of these enamel arrows down to point to some of the photos. And I am almost done here with this layout here. So I do want to say that another tip for doing double page layouts is making sure that you keep both pages side by side. I know some people that I've seen, they do them separate, but I keep mine side by side so I can be aware of the elements that I'm transitioning from one page to the other page. So that's another trick to doing a double page, just in case you're wondering. And I think I am just about almost done here with the layout. Let's see, I got to do journaling, and I'm only going to do journaling here on the side. And the journaling just basically says how I enjoyed the many different faces of David over the years and taking the photos of him and finally being able to put them all on a double page layout. It was really fun to do that. So I definitely want to thank you guys for watching, and be sure to tune in to Megan's, Hannah's, Christina's, and Sarah's channels to see what they come up with this challenge. Thanks guys for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.